Thank you, Neville. I do appreciate that. And yes, I am a basketball fan, and it was a good year to be a Cyclone. It was also a great year to be a Spartan. So I think we have some Spartan fans here, because that's lots of Spartan fans. Go ahead and raise your hands, everybody. Because that's actually where I originated from, was Michigan State University, before I landed here on October 1st. And so it was good to see the Spartans make a run, and hopefully they'll all be back in the brackets next year in 2019, or 2020. So again, it is indeed my opportunity to welcome you here to Des Moines and to Iowa. This great state, which now that I've been here for 6 months, I've learned so much about all the exciting things that are going on in Iowa, and specifically the exciting things around agriculture and the technology which really is driving agriculture excellence here in the state of Iowa. So what I want to do, and first of all, I want to thank Kevin for inviting me and asking me to just kind of give this brief introduction, and I will keep it brief because really where we want to get to is to learn about some of the other exciting things going on. So I just want to, for those of you that aren't familiar with Iowa, and I suspect a lot of you are, Iowa really is the center of agriculture here in the Midwest, and it's really encompassed by the fact that this state leads the way in many of the agriculture commodities that bless this great United States. So #1 in corn production, #2 in soybean production, and then when we look at animal agriculture specifically, this is the center of the pork industry here in the state of Iowa. Over 21 million total hogs and pigs. About 30% of the inventory are produced here in the state of Iowa, or at least have some connection to the state of Iowa, and that's incredible. Also, the #1 producer of eggs here in the United States, right here in the state of Iowa. And then you can see about some of the other agriculture commodities that are also leading or are produced here in the state of Iowa. So this really is a center of agriculture in the United States, and again, much of it is due to the innovation that farmers, producers, the agriculture industry leaders here, and I'm going to talk a little bit about Iowa State, some of the innovation that comes out of the universities to help drive that forward. So before I came here to Iowa State, I really didn't know much about the poultry industry, and I had the opportunity when I first came here to get into a cage-free layer facility. And so I'm actually going to play you a video of this cage-free layer facility. And this kind of just talks about the innovation that's going on specifically here in our poultry industry, and specifically in this case as we start to develop more and more of our cage-free industries. So hopefully, and we're going to play this video, this is just about a 2-minute video, but it really points out the innovation that's going on here in the state of Iowa, and specifically here in our poultry industry. So this is just a video. You can kind of read some of the things that are going on here. This is really, really cool. And so this layer operation is located about 45 minutes north of Moines. It's called Iowa Cage Free. Anybody familiar with Iowa Cage Free? Anybody here? So we got a couple people. We have Dr. Smith, state veterinarian, obviously. Retired state veterinarian, I should say, right? He's sitting at the retired table over here. Well, what's really cool about this operation is that none of these hens are in cages. They have free access throughout this barn. They can go up and they go down and go side to side. And then they know where to go lay their eggs. There's nesting boxes there where they can go in and lay them. Eggs then go on the conveyor systems, and then they're moved out. This facility actually here produces liquid eggs, mainly for mayonnaise production. That's where most of this goes. But what's really cool about this is the innovation, the technologies that are encompassed in this facility to produce these eggs. Now, obviously, these pictures, this movie was made when the facility is relatively new, so it looks brand spanking new and shiny. But I was in there about 6 months after this operation started up, and really, it still remains to be kind of a clean facility even 6 months later. perfectly clean, and part of that is because they can actually get down into the litter that are down on the floors, and you'll see some pictures of them here later. They actually will dust themselves, they'll roll around in the litter to clean their feathers off. That helps them because they're the one dusting themselves right now. Some of the incredible innovation that goes into this technologies. Right now, the lighting is controlled all by computers, ventilation is all controlled by computers. The veterinarian and the managers can actually all control this from their cell phones, so it's really cool. So just an example of some of the really cool innovations and technologies that are being utilized here in the state of Iowa. We could go on and on to talk about these things. So let me talk a little bit about Iowa State University, and I just flash up the mission here, which is to create, share, and apply knowledge to make Iowa and the world a better place. I was talking to Ernie Birchmeyer, my good friend from Michigan, about my experiences here at Iowa State University in the short 6 months I've been here. And one of the things that I can absolutely say with confidence is that Iowa State University is focused on and is really dedicated to supporting and moving forward the agriculture industry, not only here in Iowa, but really globally. Our president, Wendy Winterstein, who comes from an agriculture background, she talks all the time about the importance of agriculture and the importance of innovation within agriculture to move the industry forward. And in fact, Wendy really, as she talks about where we're going with Iowa State University and agriculture, she basically is infusing the importance of innovation and entrepreneurship into everything that we do at Iowa State University. And these are just some examples of things that are going on at Iowa State that talk about innovation, that talk about entrepreneurship, and the importance of these concepts as we move agriculture in general forward, and specifically as we talk about today about animal agriculture. One of the things I just want to point out is the Student Innovation Center. This is actually a new facility that is in construction right now that's going to be opened within the next year. And this is a facility where basically the idea is to infuse the importance of innovation, the importance of entrepreneurship into our students, so that when they go out into the industry, whether it's working on a farm, working for John Deere, working for as a veterinarian, they have that innovative, technologically driven mindset that they can help to move whatever they're working for, whoever they're working for, moving forward. But specifically, in the case of Iowa State University, in how we move forward agriculture. So the last thing I want to do is just mention and talk a little bit about the College of Veterinary Medicine, since that's where I work now. I'm taking the opportunity to just talk about what we do at Iowa State and some of the innovative things that we're doing to support specifically animal agriculture, not only in the state of Iowa, but across the United States. So a little bit about the college. If you didn't know, actually Iowa State, the College of Veterinary Medicine, is the oldest public College of Veterinary Medicine in the United States. It was opened in 1879. So we're actually coming up, actually this is our 40th anniversary, or 140th anniversary this coming year. If rankings matter to you, we're ranked as the 9th best College of Veterinary Medicine in the United States, and rapidly increasing. So you can see kind of the improvements that the College of Veterinary Medicine is making. We have about 150 or 164 faculty and staff, and most importantly, we have close to 600 veterinary students in our programs. It's a 4-year program. We have 150 students per class, and those students come from all over the United States, and in fact from all over the world. Okay? We have a hospital, so we have 3 missions. Obviously, our first mission is teaching, so educating that next generation of veterinarians as well as scientists to help with animal health. We have a service mission, and 2 major service units that we have at our college are a veterinary medical center as well as our veterinary diagnostic lab, which I'll talk about here in a second. So the Lloyd Veterinary Medical Center is a full-service veterinary clinic that services all species, so small animals, companion animals, horses, and food-producing animals as well. And in fact, our large animal hospital sees the largest food animal caseload of any veterinary college in the United States. And we have areas of specialization from medicine to surgery, theriogenology, reproduction, embryo transfer. So this is the enterprise that helps to train that next generation of food animal veterinarians. We also have a field service unit that goes out and services farms in about a 50-mile radius around Ames, but also provides consultation throughout the state of Iowa and actually into our neighboring states such as South Dakota and Wisconsin, Minnesota, Missouri, and Nebraska. One of the highlights and one of the really innovative things that I think is really relative to this crowd today is our Swine Medicine Education Center. So the Swine Medicine Education Center, or also known as SMEC, really has one mission, and that mission is to basically be the leader of educating the next generation of swine veterinarians, not only in Iowa, but the United States and actually globally. And this center is actually led by Dr. Locke Carricker, whose picture's here, and this is rapidly becoming the go-to place for training of veterinarians in swine medicine. So when I was at Michigan State and led our Department of Large Animal Clinical Sciences, this is where we sent our students who are interested in learning about swine medicine, because this is really the center of activity when it comes to swine teaching. This is actually, innovatively, this is a unique collaboration between Iowa State University and the Audubon Manning Veterinary Clinic, which is located west of Ames, about an hour. So we have actually come together with this innovative, progressive veterinary practice that serves thousands and thousands of swine across not only Iowa but also in other states. And we're coming together to work together in that public-private partnership to meet the needs of training the next generation of veterinarians. And just a map of where students have come from as part of our SMEC program. So you can see basically all of North America. We have had students come to SMEC. But I also want you to see where they're coming to SMEC globally. So Asia, Africa, South America, Australia. So really this center is making an impact on swine medicine education around the world. Truly an innovative way of educating the next generation of swine veterinarians. I want to talk really briefly about our Veterinary Diagnostic Lab. So I mentioned three missions: teaching, research, and service. The Diagnostic Lab is probably one of the most important parts of our service mission. The Diagnostic Lab is really the country's largest animal diagnostic lab, and certainly probably the largest food animal caseload of any animal diagnostic lab in the country. 85,000 cases in 2018, 1.28 million tests, and most of those are focused on the food animal industry. So they're tests to help that food animal industry meet their needs, their diagnostic needs, be able to do the things that they need to do to move animals into commerce. And this is just a graph that demonstrates how rapidly the caseload and the number of tests are increasing in our diagnostic lab. I was talking earlier with some of the folks from both Texas as well as South Dakota. We're in the process of building a new veterinary diagnostic laboratory, which hopefully if I was here a year from now, we could talk about the fact that there's a hole in the ground in Ames to build this new diagnostic lab. $75 million project, which is actually going to be phase one of this project. We were happy and really ecstatic to get about $63.5 million from the state of Iowa to support this project, and then another $11.5 million that Iowa State's putting into the project through fundraising as well as other sources. This project hopefully will be finished somewhere in 2021. Looking forward to building that new diagnostic lab that will serve the animal industry not only in the state of Iowa but also really across the country. The last thing that I'll just talk about real briefly is research. So Iowa State in general and within the College of Veterinary Medicine is a leader when it comes to funding and research, specifically with respects to the animal industry. In fact, our college right now is the number one recipient of funding from USDA to support animal health research. And then we also have lots of funding from other sources, but we're proud of the fact that we're doing relevant research to answer important questions to move the industry forward. And this is just some examples of some of the stuff that's going on. So it's really development and deployment of new diagnostic tests and strategies, managing swine infectious diseases, lameness across all species, whether it's cattle, small ruminants, or pigs. These are some of the things that are going on to support the animal industry. I did want to mention two specific things that I think are really important, and I think are important to this group especially. And one of those is the newly awarded Institute for Antimicrobial Resistance and Research and Education, also known as NIAA. So NIAA was a competitively awarded project to really focus on antimicrobial resistance. There were several universities and consortiums across the United States that competed for this institute, and Iowa State and our partners were awarded this institute last summer, and we're currently in the process of standing up NIAA. This is a consortium of schools, including Iowa State University, University of Nebraska, the University of Iowa, as well as the Mayo Clinic. And the focus really is to advance the conversation about antimicrobial resistance and how we make, as a group, as a kind of a One Health effort, how do we actually make progress on slowing down antimicrobial resistance. So we're really proud to have NIAA based at Iowa State University. Dr. Paul Plummer, who's in this picture, is the director. He's based at the College of Veterinary Medicine, and then also Kiji Zhang is also an important part of this program. And I believe that there's already connections going on with NIAA and NIAA to do some programming later, probably next fall, and I think this is a really important partnership. The last thing I'll just mention, and again, this is around the area of innovation. The other thing that Iowa State is taking a leadership on is actually development of new vaccine technologies, okay? And specifically in the area of nano-vaccine delivery systems. So currently in place at Iowa State is the Nano-Vaccine Institute, which is a collaboration between different groups at Iowa State, so the College of Veterinary Medicine, College of Engineering, College of Social Sciences, College of Human, College of, I'm blanking right now, College of Human something or other. So all these groups are coming together to look at new technologies to deliver vaccines both in animal agriculture as well as in human medicine as well. So this is a consortium of 66 researchers at 20 different universities across the United States, and the goal here really is to use technology to drive forward the better and more precise delivery of vaccines globally. So with that, I'm going to end, and I just, again, want to welcome you all to Iowa. I'm looking forward to learning about new innovations and new technologies, and we just are so happy that you're here and enjoy your time here in Des Moines. Thank you very much.